I'm Farhan Sharif, the official speaker of ISLAAH Youth Group. Alhamdulillah wa kafa wa salatu wa salamu ala ashraf al-anbiya wal mursaleen nabiyyina wa habibina Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam amma ba'd. First and foremost, all praise goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious and the most merciful. Alhamdulillah, you have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because that's a role or it's a responsibility upon you every time, even if you are busy on doing something, even if you are somewhere doing something, but remember the first role or the first thing you have to do is to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because every time or every morning you wake up, there are some people they did not manage to wake up because maybe they got serious, they got some sick, they became ill and something like that. So that was not my topic, but going direct to my point is that using your time wisely during this period of Corona, because it's a long holiday enough. I think, if I'm not wrong, by the time the schools were closed on March 20 something, up to now it's good 6 good months, and you are telling me that you are not trying to do something. Yeah, you are not trying to do something, or even try to do something that's beneficial. That on your record or your diary you can add it that on that day or on that particular year I have done this and this that I have benefited from it. So the only one of my things I want to tell you about is, during the school days, we actually get hard time for us to learn about our religion, Islam. Even when the schools open, some guys who are just learning like ma'at or madrasa, they drop out because even the time is very fixed. From morning to 6, the guy is, you are just resuming your studies in school, but you don't have any time to learn your religion. I mean, our deen, kitab, learn the books like Sirah, Fiqh, Hadith, Tawheed, and all of that. Because this is one of things you will be asked on the day of judgment. That's what have you spent on your youth time? What have you learned? How have you spent your time? Please make sure that this good time, this period, you have to learn a lot. Make sure even you can make use of this phone, social media. Through YouTube, there are a lot of sheikhs. If you want to type the Sirah, you can just browse it or you can just Google it. You can get a lot of video. And the book, even the cost or the payment or that money, it's not much, like 1,000, no. Kitab Sirah, Mandumat, like it's 100 shilling. Like otherwise, the novels are 1,500 shilling. That's a huge amount, man, for you guys. So that's one thing I want to tell you about. The other thing is, you have to do something that's actually like a business. You don't have to stay at home, just upload the memes on your status just to make other people who are learning or earning, to make them laugh or something like that. My friend, you are not getting or you are not benefiting any of it. So you have to do something that's reasonable, that even your colleagues or your friends, that they can tell you, oh, mashallah, that guy is doing well. Sometimes you have to do something sensible that even your friends or your colleagues must be, they have that's emotions, or that's what I can call it, yeah, the way you understand it. So you have to do some business, because there are times you are relying on your parents, even if they credit time or something that's concerned about you. You talk to your dad and mom, Dad, I don't need this and this, and this some amount of money to buy this and this. But to avoid that, you have to do some business. Like now we are in a pandemic period. There is people are in need of masks. You can go and bought something like in Jumla, yeah. Jumla kala kusoo qaadan kartaa, and just you can tafaariqaan u gadi kartaa. That you can get a lot of profit, and you can manage your credit or your clothes and something like that. The other thing, I know most of us universities or some others high school, because they are small children back at home at primary. You can teach them like tuition. If you are well in madrasa, you can just take your time and make use of that time, so that the small colleague or the small children can get and benefited from what you have learned. And you can earn something like that, 4,000, 5,000, 8,000 per month. It's good for you. Please let us make use of this time. Don't sit there watching some stuff, comedians like our brother Al-Amri have said. Don't do like that. So you have to think sometimes, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted you a great mind. other than other people, other animals. So the time is not on my side, but what I can encourage you is that learn your religion, man. Because on your day of Qiyamah, you will be asked. You have to learn a lot. And you are not excusing that, oh, there's no sheikhs or there's no like that. Yeah, no, there's YouTube. Kwa mnaenda huko kuwatch pranks ama nini vitu hizo. No, make use of it, man. So don't waste your time actually wasting other things that's not benefiting you. With those few remarks, I wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And we have really benefited, yeah? Something that's reality, something that you are facing right away. Because we waste our time just uploading status, doing some things which are unsensible. But again, it's what we have. Now we have our brother from Silver Lining, Jamal Sheikh Ibrahim. Now I'm going to give him time so that he can present for us. And also, please, don't just sit there. If you have any question, just ask him. Jamal is also a bodybuilder. So you can ask him some questions. Now, welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. I guess you've been here all along, almost 3 hours, India. So I just take roughly 10 minutes, which will be interactive. Naona wasee wameboeka, wengine huko chit-chatting hapo chini. So I'm Jamal Ibrahim. I guess, yeah, I work with Silver Lining. Yeah, I'm a local boy like you guys. I went to Mwangaza Primary. I went to my forces and then went to USIU. I did 2 degrees. I majorly am consultant, financial, and then I did ACC accounts. So I worked here and there. So anyway, let me get back to what I'm supposed to say, which is essentials of education. So maybe I'll throw a question. What's education? Ndo msiboeke, msione yani najiongelesha, si ndio? Si ni kweli, it's fair, si ndio? Yeah, so iko interactive, msiogope. Anything you say is right, so long as it's within the context. So what's education, anyone? Msiogope bana. Yeah? Okay, learning from each other. So what are the essentials rather? Yeah, we know blah blah career-wise, yeah, you have to like, itaku enable any career. But what is really education? What's meant for? Yeah? Sindio? So anyway, let me just say, probably the first thing I'll say, the essential for education is interpersonal skills. How you're going to live with your brother, how you're going to live people outside there. You will not going to live here in Garissa for long. You will interact. One day you will move to Kisumu, you will move to Nakuru, or maybe move to abroad, maybe move to South Africa. You see, you won't be in Garissa. You'd have to walk around. I worked in Dadaab. I've never been Birtader William Madafi. But then the first time I crossed Birtader was 2018, and I was like, how am I going to survive there? But then either way, I survived because I pulled through like high school. I was in a boarding school. I was this short and skinny. But then I went and I was like, man, how am I going to survive here? But then I did. So what enabled me to live with those people there is I was never bullied. But just because I knew what I'm supposed to do. Just be on your line, don't cross that line. Because in life, there's a thin line between correct and wrong, or right and wrong, rather. So once you step on the other side, then there comes like all the wrong things. But then once you're in your line, mtu asikuchocha ati we si bad boy, ama we si cool kid nini, no? You can be cool kid in a good way. I'm not old, I'm young, I'm just like you guys. Msinione ati nimesoma sana, ati nimewashinda miaka. Yeah, bado mimi ni kijana. I still play football. I go to the gym, I work out when I get time. No. So it's like your interpersonal skills. How are you going to live with people? Watu wenye hawajaenda shule, how are you going to interact with them? Those are the things that you learn in school. Because imagine mimi nimetoka, let's say, in a high-end life. Maybe my family have money and stuff. And then I meet from someone who is less fortunate. Let me just use that one. So nitakuwa nadharau ama I have to adapt. Like maybe we are desmates. You see. So the other thing is probably cross-cultural. You're going to learn much about culture, because that's why I said you won't live here in Garissa. I've gone to a university where we were like, I think 79 countries, different culture. And we used to celebrate everyone's culture. So at the end of the day, you have to respect someone's culture. So in the unakuja kulearn, like some people know a little bit of like Kikamba, Kikuyu, Luo. That's what I mean by cross-cultural. No. If you've gone to like went to school abroad, I mean like down country, there's nothing special there. Trust me. Ile kitu mnafunzwa huku ndo watu huko wanafunzwa. So there's nothing special. Mtu asikutishia ati alimalizia mangu alafu huko hapo unajiona ati ndo bonge, hapana. Labda up here there's nothing. Labda unamshinda. Ni venye tu was fortunate to go there. Maybe Mungu amekupangia vitu bigger than that. Naona they say hizi vitu like the nice things take longer. Naona usione ati ulihangaika high school ulipata kasi minor ama D alafu best yako ampata probably he got a B+ and then you feel like man, nyumbani unaambiwa unaona yule sahibka ISLAAH RSN mbirta amekushinda, madha anakuambia hivyo. Usihuzunike huko ndani, ama madha anakuambia Godi mwanangu ISLAAH RSN amepata hivi amekushinda. No, haja kushinda. Ni venye tu probably she used her time well, and probably the potential is just the same, but you haven't maximized your potential. Unaona? Ni venye tu you haven't put much effort, or maybe you did put much effort lakini Mungu amekuwekea huko mwisho. Unaona, ushereke huko mwisho, like towards the end. They say there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So just don't give up in life. It's all about like your patience and then perseverance and how you're gonna adapt in life. So the third one is probably leadership development. So I say, what I normally say is, people say leaders are born. Leaders are not born. Leaders are made. So hakuna mtu anazaliwa akiwa na hiyo jukumu or probably the knowledge of guiding people. Ama like, yeah, you unaweza pata a small kid wiser than probably bigger people, or maybe he's learned from someone else, or maybe they've gone to school ama duksiga nyumbani ama maadka, they're being told what is right and what is wrong. They're being told like, it's not must you like cane a kid. You can like if you have a small brother or a small sister at home, unaweza mwambia you want this phone, yeah, do this, trust me they'll do. Alafu akwambia simu nimpatie, alafu naambia do this, but then after a while mpatie tu, simnyime, next time he won't do or she won't do. So that's a way you can do. Kuchapa mtoto is not a way, trust me. Those are like past days. This is a new generation. So and then the other thing is, sorry, I'm using my phone now. Yeah, so majorly those are the things I had to discuss with you, because I kind of find it the key components. But then one thing I'm going to add still, which was not there, it's about, let me go back to the career path. So I guess, how many of you have finished high school? Bado mko high school, ha? Huh? Watu wawili. So let me just say this for free, huh? And the ones who are still in school, trust me, I was not that genius in school. But then I was this kid who always knew what he wanted in life. When I think I was in class 6, someone asked me, what do you want to become? It was a funny question. I was in class 6, sasa nashindwa mtu ananiuliza nini, mimi niko class 6 bana. But then I told him, mimi nataka kuwa mwanabiashara, mimi nataka kutengeneza pesa. That's what I enjoyed, because I kind of find it like, if you have a lot of money, you can change this world. Sindio? You can have the pushing power. You press a button, the button moves. So, okay, it's not about that one, but that's what I felt when I was young. And then I went to high school. I was asked, what do you want to become? I was like, maybe a pilot, maybe a dentist. No. So I got to like Form 3 again. But then someone hit me like okay, things became a bit tough when I was in Form 3. I had the potential. So just imagine you doing a paper 1 mathematics, huh? You did paper 1, but then you didn't do section A, and then you do section B. Sindio? Like, it's 8 questions, right? And then you do all the 8 questions. I mean, you do just 5, because you're supposed to do 5, I guess. Yeah, then you do 5, you hand in the paper. Then comes paper 2. Then you just do section B. I'm not telling you to do this. Then you do just section B. Then you hand in the paper. Then the funny thing is, you end up leading the whole stream just because you did section A and B, and you got 50 out of 50, and this other side 50 out of 50. And then the principal called me. He's like, I kind of find that, like, you're stupid, at the same time, you're genius. And I told him, I'm not genius. I just knew what my strengths were. Hakuna haja nipoteze wakati things to do with 2 marks, 1 mark, 2 marks, of which I didn't know. Okay, I used to like do a lot of like the 10-mark questions. And then I crammed like roughly 40 questions, which I knew in, out, ikikuja, mimi niko seti, I'm good to go. Like, inside, out, your question ikiletwa, trust me, I'm super good, like, I can do this thing. So, like, he told me, if you do 5 more questions on this other side and this other one, you're gonna get an A. So then that's why I changed everything. But then my goal never changed. I still wanted to do finance when I finished school, because I enjoyed doing mathematics. Period, that was the thing. So I finished, I went to USIU, I did finance, that was my first degree. I did accounting, that was my second degree. I'm still pursuing to do my master's in finance still. So that's how life is. Just choose whatever you want to choose, but choose carefully. Don't choose because best yako ameenda kufanya medicine, or best yako ameenda kufanya finance, tunaenda na yeye. Then they want to do, we go. No, do what makes you happy. I can see I have a few minutes. I'm sorry I came late. Probably next time I'll come early so that we can talk more. So if you have any question, you can ask me. I'm sorry for the inconvenience though. Next time I'll come early again, inshallah. Thank you.
So I think you have learned a lot from the debates and the presentation that you have prepared for you as ISLAAH youth group. If I give a few remarks on it, because the judgment will be given by our brother, Mr. Ibrahim. If I give a few remarks, although the problem was that we were running and beating time, but I think they have utilized the time that was allocated for them. And even the stage, they have utilized it. You know, when it is an educational program that we are holding as ISLAAH, at least you should draft something from it. Why? Because these people you are seeing here might be in the parliament in the next 5 years to come. You never know. One of them might be the speaker, might be the MP or the Senate that we shall have, inshallah. So we are training people from the background. That's honorable salutations to all ISLAAH family and any people who has visited us and have accepted our proposal to them. So I say you congratulations, keep up, and let us hear the judgment, the final judgment from our brother Mr. Ibrahim. I will come you to the stage. Brother Ibrahim.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kwa wale ambao wanajui mimi naitwa Ibrahim Garad Hassan. I'm a teacher in Mnara schools. I think this is the second time I attend the meeting at ISLAAH as a grand meeting. So thank you for the invitation. First and foremost, let me take this opportunity to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the fire has brought us. Secondly, to the organizers and drivers of these events, chaired by my good brother, Mr. MK. Thank you for the warm reception. Thirdly, audience, you also played a great role in making sure that this event goes successful at the end of the day. So thank you for availing yourselves as well. We had a very important debate, I think 2 hours ago. Was it roughly 2 hours ago? To be fair enough, the debate was actually conducted in a very peaceful manner. And it was actually fair enough for us to call it a healthy discussion as well. But as they say, in any game there must be a loser and a winner, right? Yeah. So I believe that to both my brothers and sisters from the proposer side and opposer side as well, you'll be very much contented with the final verdict of the judges, because whatever points we wrote down here, it wasn't from your own mind, but we have put our heads together actually to make sure that we come up with a very fair results that should be quite sufficient to both sides. Number one, we had opposers and proposers. I won't go direct to the result. I would like to give you guys some piece of advice to both opposers and proposers. Let me assure you that you have a very good speakers coming up from these both sides. Can we give them a clap kindly? Because we have a very good speakers. And you know, for you to speak well, you must be courageous, you must be bold enough. There is nothing to fear of. Why should you feel shy? Kuna wale ambao walikuwa wanakuja mlikuwa nikiona at least wanatoa jasho kwa mkono ama wana sweat in the next 2 minutes. Mtanisamea, teachers are the most talkative people on earth, lakini I'll try to be as much brief as possible. Point number one from the opposer side. I noted down some very good points. Number one, you spoke of, should I just go to the scores directly? Yeah. That is the most interesting part. Okay, fine. Opposer, should I mention the point that you raised or I go to the scores? Majority rules minority, I'll go to the scores. The opposers scored 12 points, which were good enough. Can you clap for them? The proposers scored 8 points, which were good enough. Okay? To put into percentage, opposers scored 60%, while proposers 40%. So thank you for your participation. Coming to the best speaker of the day, we have a speaker known as Mahmoud from the proposer side. So we should award him? Yes. At least the patron, kindly. Mahmoud, come forward, please. Though tunavunja sheria kwa vile lakini haina shida sio? Thank you, thank you. And the winning team, of course, goes to the opposer side. Who will be representing opposers? Farhan, come and represent opposers as the winning team. Represents to all of them. Senior? Senior what? Nizao, yeah. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
I think I was one of the panel of the judges, and the debate was good. The passion, the boldness, how courageous they were, all of them, they were good. But we were having other presenters, and we need to award them. We were having the one that was speaking Arabic by the topic youth. Our good brother Asad, where is he? Where is he? Asad Mohammed. Come forward. Easy. And I think we were having Anzal Abdirahman. Who was it? Anzal Abdirahman? And the last three, Sarah Mohammed. Sarah Mohammed. Sarah Mohammed. Sarah Mohammed. Thank you all. Thank you all.